afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda here of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to 1 Mrs. 1 on Kahn. Between the south, we got here Angreifen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, Reich, taking on the role here of the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division, holding the outskirts of some unknown city, versus the Russians under the command of Tiramisu, fighting for socialism, Stalin, and the 10th Tank Corps here immediately. Well, not choosing a direction there. By the way, we've got Joint Operations Jaeger Armor and Elite Troops versus Partisans, Guard Motor and Shock Rifle, with mostly infantry on both sides, with a single Panzer Grenadier here and a single Molotov for Tiramisu. We got MD-42 Grenadiers out here for Angreifen and double conscripts for Tiramisu, flooding the city streets with Russian infantry, ready to take on the enemy for the motherland. So we also got a big push up westwards from Angreifen. MD-42's Grenadiers, Pioneers, all moving up for their past ruined buildings, long since abandoned as they were blown to bits. Grenadiers heading eastwards there, again going for the fuel. In this regard, the opening moves are rather standard from either player to a large extent. No surprises there, nothing that leaves us deeply shocked as to what's going on. We've got some good sandbagging going on there for Tiramisu, preparing the battlefield out of time again in case there's going to be some fighting around these highly valuable points. To combat Stalin, with more grenadiers on the way there and more conscripts as well. Both going for lots of infantry. The grenadiers moving far ahead here, leaving the MD-42 to secure the western square, which also doubles as a cutoff point to the east, unless you take a really awkward path from north. Constant moving ahead here, looks like going to make straight to the house here, and there we go. Grenadiers will soon find themselves under fire if they're not careful. There we go. Most Nagant shots there through the window. Sergei shoots. Good shooting, Sergei. You might have hit them. Might. Still, good shooting. Constant moving ahead. Down here, nothing further going on. Just the Grenadiers there on the way for Angreifen. Moving up here, probably going to try and deal with the house here. Brimming with Russian infantry. Well, not brimming, just there's some in though. But they're going up here. By note how stuck to the cover here as much as possible to move up here into position. Very overall would be less exposed to the conscripts there. I was overall think a very nice move there. We got the MD-4 supporting as well. It's a lot of firepower. In this case, so we can see Tiramisu already setting up for a flank and going to move behind Angreifen. And note, by the way, he's not going for the point there. Some players have gone for that, but in this case, he does his best to avoid alarming Angreifen. It's going to be really, really too late in this case. The MD-42 will have to try and turn about there. Going to be forced down here as well. And there we go. We got the Ura up here. Again, this is why it's so dangerous there with the MD-42 even sitting up, moving back, especially on its own. But even here, supported by infantry. The problem is, like with the Russians, they can just rush forward with an Ura. If it's caught out in the open, you can in most cases be forced to retreat. And there we go. We got Molotovs here for Tiramisu, catching the MD-42 in a pretty bad position. Overall, here we see Angreifen is quickly being overrun and ultimately forced to retreat here. Very solid flank there from Tiramisu, completely collapsed Angreifen's positions. We got more Grenadiers on the way here, but I do not think there'll be enough. I mean, you could go here for elite troops, pop a concussive grenade right here, since there's a lot of Russian infantry that is bunched up, and that will probably be his best option here. Of course, the question is, will he actually opt for this? But that would probably be my recommendation here, just concussive grenades and just, you know, stun and blast those Russian Schwein. Bit closer, but with the arrival here of the 3rd Grenadier Squad, plus he didn't retreat this one, he has been able to bleed out for the most part Tiramisu's conscripts. So rather heavy fighting here, rather heavy loss on both. Oh, don't move ahead, Angreifen! Back behind the piano, if not necessarily further back there, behind heavy cover. So that was some brutal fighting there. Grenadiers being enforced. MD-42 Pioneers moving ahead. They're quickly sort of trying to get that back on the field. Moving ahead again there, going another Molotov. That piano is going to be on fire. Sounds like some kind of euphemism for something or metaphor, but I don't think it is. I'm probably sure it might be in some culture. Hey, look, Sebastian, your piano is on fire. Oh, you asshole. That's a not very nice thing to say. Anyway, shots are being fired. Grenadiers get caught in a crossfire, though they are held up in a crater. Pioneers with flamethrowers up here. Should help in a lot of the more covered territory up there. And there you go, conscripts retreating in the face of the Pioneers with the Flammenwerfer. Pioneers, by the way, I think were the only German infantry sort of actually meant to be equipped with flamethrowers. Generally, interior troops handle that, if I'm not mistaken. We got take over there, though, for Angreifen. Moving ahead there, Grenadiers advancing as well for the Fatherland. Capturing the core point there, we get a light harassment in the south. Is splitting out a bit aggressively, perhaps too aggressive there from Lax in the early game. Or at least considering he has to sort of get a bit back there. We'll have to see what works out. Coming up there, but there might be a bit too close to the heavy cover. Got Molotovs there. MD-4 setting up. Pioneers forced to retreat here. Angreifen doing his best to try and, you know, bounce back from this. But it's good he's using the MD42 again to an extent aggressive, but again, you always have to keep infantry nearby because, again, as you saw there initially, even, you know, when properly working together with the infantry, if it sort of gets caught in a bad spot, I mean, they can, for example, the Russians just hoorah after, and you know, you don't have much of a chance unless you're actually going for encirclement and got sprint. That's actually one of the only few ways you can then sort of salvage an MD42, otherwise it's in most cases, you know, going to get knocked out. That's an important detail there to keep in mind. And we got shock troopers out here for Tiramisu, equipped with our body armor. Comes there being suppressed by the MD42 up close. They're taking quite a few damage. There's a lot of rounds to go through them. Grenadiers sneaking about there, and we got Grenadiers. It looks like they're being held up, but the engineers have not just forgot about them. That is also very much a possibility. Bunker here, no like to make a nice company. We got no tech up there for Tiramisu. Just a lot of conscripts and some shock troopers. And there you go, Grenadiers advancing on the engineers. Mosin-Nagant versus Kar-98K, both sort of World War I era-ish weapons. So the Kar-98K was actually a shortened version of the World War I rifle. The Mosin-Nagant, on the hand, I think was also sort of a modified version of the one from World War I. But the Wehrmacht Kar-98K, with the K standing for Kurz, was very much such a weapon. They're basically sort of a shorter rifle. I think with also a better magazine. But there you go, Grenadiers caught here with the shock troopers and wiped. Shock troopers, of course, being quite expensive troops, but also quite lethal up close and can, in most cases, wipe infantry unless you're really lucky. Plus, again, they can survive a lot of damage. They have for a large part been gone, but it seems like certain players are suddenly remembering, hey, these guys are actually kind of good. Let's go for them some more, Sergei. So healing here, reinforcement going on. We got more Grenadiers in the way. Not say Panzer Grenadiers despite having bullets for them. I mean, it would certainly be a lot better versus the conscripts. Even the shock troops have to be a bit more careful with the Panzer Grenadiers about, but oh well. Grabbing the victory point here, but losing northern axis up again. And plus, if he really is going for here again, he has to defend this point. And this is one of the things I really don't like about the map, Khan. Again, it's particularly for the round, you have to sort of either hold these 2 points in order to really, you know, be able to push in any other direction. I do feel that is a bit of a flaw with the map design. It only makes it weird again that when there's extra added points or extra points added to the map, they just sort of place them up here. Or the guy who did the map placed them there. It's so a bit weird. Doesn't really, again, sort of fix one of the, I would say, major flaws of the map. But oh well. We got a 2-2 on the way there for Angreifen. That should certainly also help versus the shock troopers. But in these closer quarters, conscripts with anti-tank grenades could definitely give them a bit of a problem. So we'll have to see how that works out. But there you go, conscripts being pushed back here by Grenadiers, MD42 supporting. But again, this is very much vulnerable. But so far it seems like Tiramisu isn't aware of this, or he doesn't care. I mean, both are viable options. It looks like we're attempting to lead under someone here. Not a bad idea. It's going to be rushed off for the shock troopers. Tiramisu could try and, you know, take up. Well, he's got the support from company, but nothing further. Pushing ahead hard for the cut-off point and fuel there. Might actually be heading for the cut-off point here to cut off Tiramisu from his fuel in the north. And again, we got the shock troopers hot in pursuit. And he's not moving up other troops, you know, trying to bait them in there. I mean, in that case, you should try and move up and then before to a bit more aggressively to support here. Rather than Boston. Instead, we got the 2-2-2 there. Coming up then the shock troopers with its autocannon, flamethrower versus flamethrower, and the pioneers forced to retreat. There we go, going for the cut-off point. It's going to have to counter-attack. We got light machine gun there for that Grenadier squad, and a field gun for Tiramisu. Grabbing fuel point. MD42 shifting about here in the southern ruins, and he is now in fact going for Panzer Grenadier with their Sturmgewehrs. And there's a shock troopers with their PPSH-41. And they're going to have to retreat. 2-2 moving to deal with that. And there we go. Grenadiers fighting here for the cut-off point. Not machine guns versus Mosin-Nagant. Field gun almost done. And there goes shock troops causing a lot of damage. We've got a grenade. Oh, smoke screen. Very nice there. In case there's an MD42. Set up around here. Not a bad idea. Counter movement against the 2-2. And there we go. The MD42 is not set up well enough to deal with this. Need to set up in a nearby house. Whatever that is. And the 2-2 gets knocked out here. Again, the narrow streets proving to be quite a problem there for the 2-2-2. You're probably better off with a half-check, maybe even upgrade with a flamethrowers, I think. But too late for that now. And there we go. It's an MD42 also retreat. I mean, that's pretty much against all the weakness of the MD42. Again, once it's sort of been spotted in a bad position, it's in most cases forced to retreat, simply due to being slow in setting up and sort of, again, slow to move. So that did not end up frightfully positively there for Angreifen. At least he didn't lose it. At least he didn't lose it. Troops are healing, reinforcing. He's counter-attacking here, though I really think he should just push back here again. Shift up for here and then sort of try to attack through there instead. But oh well. Grenadiers in trouble with the conscripts. Shock troopers moving in as well. And so on a map like this, the shock troopers are probably better than ever. Because again, there's a lot of closer quarters which really sort of allows the shock troops easily get close, and of course also just, you know, smoke off any problems. He's caught here by Grenadiers. Do any take up there for him? No, and still no doctrine by for Angreifen. I mean, a map like this, though, I really think you should have gone for elite troops again. The concussive grenades here would be excellent, plus the G43s I think would also be quite helpful. And he should... Oh, shocked! Oh, MG42 to the rescue! Oh, that was close. Oh, that could actually end up in the destruction of the Panzer Grenades. He still ends up retreating them, though. Probably not a bad idea. In this case, he's basically valuing, you know, being able to just get them healed and without having to spend manpower to reinforce, because he's got troops that can move ahead instead. So I think that was tactically a good decision there by Angreifen. No point in wasting manpower if you can avoid it. So there you go, healing going on. Pack 40, he's obviously worried about Tiramisu bringing up light vehicles, armor, or anything like that. IT-70, of course, again on a map like this, also really nasty because, again, I mean, it could just sort of quickly get up close and just murder away. So this is very much, to an extent, a map that sort of also just does not favour the Wehrmacht, because, again, it's to an extent more range-oriented. And, of course, relying on the MD-42, which, again, can also just be flanked much harder. So those are some things to keep in mind. Conscripts maximum westwards. It has brought up some extra support weapons besides the SIS-3. S-mines, I think, that would actually be a pretty good choice here for Angreifen. It's quite interesting to note the Angreifen, who's otherwise normally a quite aggressive S-miner, has, in this case, not really gone for any. Perhaps he's just been feeling under so much pressure there from Tiramisu. He hasn't considered it, though. I mean, that is very much a possibility. Got Grenadiers with the shock troopers. Shock troopers closing in pretty aggressively. And those Grenadiers will have to retreat soon. And they're, oh, again, baiting into the MG42, making use of infantry as bait for the machine guns. Very interesting sort of series of moves there by Angreifen. Again, it's risky, though. It's damn risky. I mean, wrong move there. Again, that's going to be a wipe, but seems to be making it work here. Grenadiers being caught by the Maxim. Panzer does need to get moving alongside the light machine gun Grenadier squad. Rifle grenade in an attempt to catch the shock troops didn't work out. But there again, halted, but out in the open versus conscripts and the field gun. The MD-42 will force retreat here. Really close, they're really close. I mean, Angreifen is cutting it very close there, but in this case he does seem to pull it off. Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers moving ahead. They got a conscript squad out in the open, quickly pulling into cover there. Sharp reaction by Tiramisu in the face of fascist aggression, and we got more Panzer Grenadiers here for Angreifen. You know, tack up. Certainly more assault rifles on this map, which certainly benefit from quite a bit there. And again, that's why I think, you know, should have gone for the third Grenadier squad, but instead, he couldn't quite decide where to move, and that was really close there. Really close there. But there you go, shock troops taking losses-ish. He's actually merging them with the conscripts. Interesting. Interesting. That basically means, again, they're cheaper to reinforce, of course, because he's using conscripts, but at the same time, they don't have any body armor, but of course, they benefit from everything else, including the potent submachine guns and such. So the string move there from Tiramisu. You rarely actually see anyone use merge nowadays. Tag up there, T7 on the way there for Tiramisu. Angreifen needs to get things a bit under control here, though. He's a bit all over the place. Conscripts running back, only to get suppressed there. We got Panzer Grenadiers, Pioneers, Pack 40 here in the centre. Almost done them with the tech. Grenadiers being westwards there. No additional light machine guns. Of course, he might be planning for mines, but just hasn't been able to get them down. A really subtile mine soon would be, I think, quite beneficial. And there you go. Indies push back. We've got a demo charge there. That could be a full what? That would be a full what, I think. There you go, knife flank down the MD-42. Conscripts being suppressed here. Panzer's moving while another squad deals with the conscripts there. Assault rifles everywhere, or at least where there's important. But there you go, got the T7 moving in against the Grenadiers. Need to retreat, need to retreat. Scheiße. Demo charge is close to being knocked out as well, or set off. Is he trying to set off with the T70 though? It almost looks like it. He's moving up with the Panzers. There you go, retreats. Wow, that was actually lucky. The T7 really didn't get any hits. It does feel like he was trying to set off the demo charge with the T70. Thing is, you can set off a demo charge or a mine with another explosion, then it's like, say, a tank attack. It will actually cause the explosion to be even bigger. Which is a bit... I'm not entirely sure if there's a bug or intentional, but When you get one explosive off with another, again, it just causes a bigger explosion, which does even more damage. Rough grenade off it. Didn't quite get it off. But there you go, T-70 flanking. Panzer's moving up, but they retreat it all. You got Panzerschrecks up. With the shock troopers, consequence their work supporting the T-70, that's not going to work out at all. You got the Pack 40, but that's not quite in support position as well either. Almost got the T-70 before retreat. Oh, what are you doing, Angreifen? Scheiße. Needs to get up that support core though, pretty damn quickly. And Tiramisu, of course, could consider taking up, but it certainly also might look like he's aiming either for the KV-8 or the IS-2 heavy tank. That could be a bit dangerous here. Troops pulling back for healing reinforcement. Grenadiers heading out. Shock troopers conscious they are pursuing the Pack 40. Vetchi 213, 14 kills there on them. Definitely giving Angreifen a bit of a headache. And there we go. We've got the machine gun bunker plus the light machine gun opening up with the shock troopers. For them to do damage. Still no support core there for Angreifen. I hope he's not planning for a heavy panzer core right now. That would be, I think, bit of a weak decision. Not one he can afford. Not one he can afford. Conscript opening the Grenadiers, or the Grenadiers opening up the Conscript. Well, either way, they're opening up each other. People are dying horribly. Got more Pioneers in the way, so he can build, but it seems like he wants to get the Pioneers back in action as well there versus the enemy. You got the T-70 running about there. Opening up the Grenadiers. Scheiße, Jürgen, that was close. Ha, that one as well. I think the gun is drunk. Wow. So again, mind you, Soviet vehicles, like the Wehrmacht vehicles, have a 50% accuracy bonus, though of course the T-70 I think has less of that, but even then that's a bit lucky there. Overall the T-70 is actually performing pretty poorly there against the guns. Oh, there you go, got a kill. Oh, in the center, Pioneers there versus Maxim and other bits. And there's a flanking, no roughing it off though. And we got the T-70 moving there with some reconnaissance, no anti-tank nearby. Pack 40 there slightly moving about awkwardly. Still makes some progress there. Actually, you can see overall now that Angreifen's over big, building up a big amount. It's got a lot of infantry, it's got a lot of weaponry there, so he can sort of more threaten Tiramisu aggressively. And he just needs to support Core though. He needs to get it up. He needs to get out to Panzers before it's too late. Panzers, mein Herr. You got the mortar there on the way for Angreifen. A bit of light artillery support, but still no support core. I actually think you should cancel the mortar. Just build that support core, rush out some tanks. I mean, the faster the better at this stage. The longer he waits, of course, the more time he gives to the music to bring out, any medium armor, or for that matter, go straight for an IS-2. And obviously, with the shock troops out, he should be expecting that, or something otherwise big and nasty. Yet again, there seems to be not quite that sense of urgency there going on with Angreifen, and still no doctrine either. Shock troops out, they're taking fire. There we go. Petrov dropping Odette, but there you go. Grenade against the Panzer Grenadiers. In this case, it didn't quite work too badly. Didn't suffer huge losses there. T-70s are sneaking about from the northern ruins. A lot of rockets against the field gun. Bunching up there in front of the field gun. Not a good idea when you particularly can see it's about to fire its artillery. There we go. T-70 staying up full flank there. Nice work. Pack 40 can try about to deal with it, or at least attempt to. Shockers there being pushed back. Mortar support. Angreifen now with a much more combined arms formation. They're doing a lot more damage. T-70 they're taking hits. Oh dear, he could get it. He could get it. He's going to try and escape with it. Oh, we got double. Whoa. Double Panzerschrecks. I think Angreifen's sort of taking a wrong turn here. Double Panzerschrecks is always a bad idea when your opponent actually has a decent amount. I mean, if you've got Grenadiers, you don't want to go for that many Panzerschrecks. And I can see why, but it tends to very rarely work out super well because you're cutting off one of your best anti-infantry solutions just to get a ton of anti-tank you have to get up close with. It's always one of those I personally don't like. I personally do not like. Because really, in particular, when it comes to Vetchi 2 Panzer Grenadiers, that's just a huge waste of all this really good anti-infantry. In particular, when your opponent has shock troops out in the field, you don't want to make it easier for them. So, in this regard, I do feel this is a poor tactical decision there by Angreifen, even strategically, versus Tiramisu. I mean, it's obviously worried about armor, but why not build the support core then? Get out some armor yourself, yup. Something. Anyways, constant they're being suppressed by the MD-42. Grabbing the center victory points there. We got the field gun covering. So, Alexander, what do you think about the weather? It's grey, it's raining, shut up. Alright. Pioneers could also move a bit further ahead. Still, I think should lay down some mines. I mean, about here, some telemines or some S mines. We've got conscripts sneaking about there. He's going for tier 4, though. He is going for tier 4. I mean, that would certainly explain all of the Panzerschreck to an extent, but even then, you know, Panthers or something like work a lot better with unupgraded Panzer Grenadiers. We'll have to see how it works out. We've got S-Mines going down. He should also try and think more aggressively, cut off his opponent's fuel, deny Tiramisu it, but even then, I mean, it's way too slow there in that regard then. His opponent is moments away from the IS-2, the Josef Stalin 2 tank, with its 122mm gun. Grenadiers setting up, they got Panzerjägers as well there. Catching the engineers up close, doing some damage there. Conscripts there versus Pioneers. I think you should try and sort of bait them into the S-Mines there. And there goes Shock Troopers pushing back the MD-42. Pretty aggressive again. Vetri Fleet is nothing to scoff at. Grenadiers opening up, they're firing from the ruins. We've got light machine gun fire, and there we go. We got the IS-2 out there for Tiramisu. And the 10th Tank Corps rolling ahead there. S-Mines there going off, killing some of the conscripts. Mortify against the Shock Troopers here. Bit of set off as well there soon, imagine. IS-2 is on the move. Gets the Dushka machine gun there. And he just needs to build the heavy Panzer Corps and get out a Panther. Otherwise, again, he's going to get into a lot of trouble here, Angreifen. I mean, the longer it waits, the more trouble. Lost the squad there to the demo charge. Completely blown to chunks. And also Doctor would be great here. In theory, he could, you know, go for the elephant. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, joint operations is made with a pack 45 if things get desperate. Otherwise, you know, again, elite troops. But then he would have benefited a ton had he gone for it sooner. And there's always one of the things, you know, you have to care about, you know, waiting too long with a doctrine, because usually, particularly with doctrines like this, it benefits you a lot if you choose it early. Sort of incorporate it better into your overall strategy and tactics. Because, again, concussive grenades could have helped him a ton earlier. G-43s could have helped him a ton earlier. So, I mean, that's something there to keep in mind. IS-2 hot in pursuit. Mortar firing away. And up north there, a bit of skirmishing. Shock Troopers there. Second squad over there from Tiramisu. Sweeping the streets of fascists. He's got the heavy Panzer Corps. He's going for the Panther. Definitely the right choice. I mean, had he gone for a Sturm Panzer, I'd have to really give him a cheering out there. But there you go. We got the IS-2. Get the Pack 40 up. Ludwig, shoot, shoot. Ludwig. It's a big green thing. Green. Shock Troopers moving out here. We got a big push for the centre. We got a lot of Germany. We got the Panzerjägersmen trying to catch the IS-2 here. But getting caught up, the Shock Troopers out in the open. Need to retreat, they need to retreat before they get wiped. There you go, IS-2 wipes one of them. Shock Troopers can finish off the other one. Huge punish there for blobbing up. The IS-2 displaying why it does have a fat AoE there. Big punish there for Angreifen. Big punish. That is also the reason why I don't do that, because again, it just encourages you to blob them up to try and destroy tanks, which ironically makes it easier for the tanks to deal with it.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector. Panther ready.
But there you go, we got the Panther out here for Angreifen. Panzerkampfwagen, Ausführung A, on Model A. First model was D, then was the A model, and then the G model. As you might be noticing, that's not alphabetical, and that one still confuses me. And then there's also the F model, which is supposed to come after the G model, which had a slimmer turret with better frontal armor, which might have seen light fighting there at the end of the war. Light fighting, but they're nowhere really taking that. MD-42 them is caught by the conscripts. Heavy losses there for Angreifen. Of course, he does have the Panther. If he can make good use of it, get up some more machine guns, he might have a chance here. But again, some mistakes have definitely been made. Again, don't go all in the Panzerschrecks and don't block them up. Particularly not with an IS-2 about. IS-2 rolling back, supported here by the field gun. Painted map machine on the Panther. Stuff flying about there. Concerts of Grenadiers. There was also the Panther 2 plan, which was basically supposed to be a Panther with thicker armor and a 88mm high velocity gun, basically the same as the King Tiger. It never came about. The project was scrapped. Little fun fact there. I see the taking hits from the Pack 40 though. Telemines down. Pioneers need to retreat there. Field gun there opens up, gets a penetrating hit on the Panther. 88mm of sloped armor, not quite enough. Points there being secured. Pack 40 needs to get the devil out of there. He's got manpower floating and it still hasn't chosen a doctrine there. Come on, Angreifen, make a decision. Germany depends on it. But it's being a good decision, that is, by the way. So not looking good here for Angreifen again. He's got the Panther, but lost the suffered until he got it again, losing all those Panzer Grenadiers, and again, not really again being able to apply serious pressure to the infantry because again he went for both of them to be Panther tracked. Again, that was not a good decision. Can't help but feel this war is one of those that ends up being a bit of a short-sighted decision that ends up biting the Wehrmacht player in the arse. There you go, good hit on the mortar crew, wipes it with 122mm shell, 11 kills there on the IS-2. Panther being repaired there by the Pioneers. Got the conscripts advancing, Panther rolling back a bit. He might suffer damage against his flanking. Molotov on the MD4, mortar, he actually expects to go up there. Panther gets a penetrate there as well. Panther needs more Pioneers, needs to be pulled back. Flanked there with shock troopers and engineers. Pack 40 moving up. Oh dear, that's going to turn into a mess there for Angreifen. He's finally drawn for a doctrine, by the way, and I think he's going to try and play here for the Tiger Ace. Last desperate push there for the fatherland. I mean, it could work again if you use it aggressively. If you use it aggressively and properly, but again, it just ends up being, just end up using an otherwise excellent doctrine only for a single unit, which always, in my opinion, is quite the waste. Because, I mean, the Stormtroopers are great when well handled. Stun grenades are great. Jaeger light infantry upgrades are actually great. I mean, not just the G for defeat, but the interrogation ability, if you remember to use it, could also be pretty good for him. And of course, Panzer Tactician is also pretty good. So to only use this doctrine simply for the Tiger Ace just, again, isn't that great. It's weak comparatively. Again, Tiramisu, I think, has made overall better use of the doctrine. Again, it overall was a bigger part of his planning. And again, so that can also easily make a difference there. So I mean, comparatively, just feels like Angreifen has had less of a plan besides maybe go for a Panther, and even then, he wasn't actively supporting it. And if he really wanted to plan you for that, he should have gone for at least a fuel caches or something. Grenadiers versus conscripts, 28 kills on those chaps. KV8 there taking hits from the Panther. Tiger Ace moving up there, shots fired. IS-2 there, oh, yeah, that was the IS-2 getting off a hit there on the Tiger Ace. Got the Panther containing here, we've got Maxim nearby. Almost got the KV8. Tiger shoots at the Maxim, misses. Almost got it. IS-2 the dealing with Pioneers, and there you go. KV8 down, but he could actually have flank behind the IS-2 now and get it. That's going to be a huge problem there for Tiramisu. There we go, there we go. IS-2 there taking heavy hits from the Panther and the Tiger Ace, allowing actually Angreifen there to flank it. That was tactically not very sound there by Tiramisu. Almost losing the IS-2 here. Tiger Ace, Panther continues. Heavy damage on the IS-2, the Tiger Ace, the Panther making very short work of it. Very short work there. Field gun opens up, we go. Damage engine the Panther, the right in front of the field gun. Grenadiers are flanking right next to the demo charge. Ah, full wipe. 25 points left as well, even as he's actually doing a ton of damage there to Tiramisu, which could possibly win him the fight here. Again, I mean, there's nothing left that can halt the Tiger Ace, for example. The problem is he can't get the victory points in time. So while the Tiger Ace in theory had been the right decision in a sense, it's just too late. And I can't get enough troops out to grab the point, in particular losing that Grenadiers got to the demo charge, proved to be very costly. He's got one victory point, but can he grab another one? He needs to get that Tiger Ace moving, but the Panthers in the way. Panther, by the way, veteran T2, shirts and added. Shock troops there to engage with the Tiger Ace, but they almost got the point rendered neutral if that happens. Oh, they get off the point right at the wrong time. We got artillery called in here on the point. We got conscripts Maxim moving in there. Shock troops knocked up by the IS-2. One more hit. Annihilate it just before it happens. No, the Pioneers run off the point. And they can't get back. Ah, deny it with incendiary artillery. Panther about to go down. And Ah, the Panthers out. 1 point left. And there you go, game over. GG. A loss for Angreifen, a loss for the fatherland. A victory for Tiramisu and the Soviet Union. Overall, nice play there, but Tiramisu again, overall, displaying a much stronger strategy, overall idea there compared to Angreifen. Again, seemed to struggle, scatter here and there. Could have benefited, I think, from a lot of, the usual supporting elements like half-tracks, command bunkers, more machine guns early on, and overall just more cohesive play, and again, an early doctrine. Again, I think it had gone for elite troops early on, I think would have stood overall a much better chance versus Tiramisu, could have punished infantry much better. And I think that would really worked out well for Angreifen. So some mistakes there ultimately that cost them the game. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in a replay of your own or provide some feedback in the comment section. And this is Imperial Ding. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another Sunday episode. Cheers.